I had a horse named the Warlock that taught me that sometimes it's a little bit bumpy at the start, but if you keep persevering, good things come.
You know, always your best horse in your career is the one that stands out for you. And my horse, his name was Qui-Vive. And he was, as most people say, he was a very special horse. He was easy to develop a partnership with, and as long as you were part of his partnership, the sky was the limit. He was a riot. And he finished with me competing, and he was sold several times after I finished, and kept following him, and I brought him back and retired him when he was 22.
I don't think I have a particular horse necessarily. I would say that every horse that I've worked with along the way has taught me different things, but the one thing that resonates with every single horse I've worked with is patience, and I think you learn that from horses in all different ways, but they're always there to teach us to be humble and patient.
A horse I would love to thank would be my current horse. Her name's Portia. I bought her when she was 4, and she's now 6, and I think I would love to thank her because as a 4-year-old she was quite challenging, and we've really been able to work through those challenges and come up the levels, and I think I learned a lot about just overcoming those and a lot about riding young horses.
The horse for me that stands out as being the most valuable teacher was one of the first event horses I ever had. His barn name was Marty, and his show name was Debonair, and he was a very handsome horse. He was probably one of the least athletic horses I've ever ridden, and he had probably the biggest heart out of any horse I'd ever ridden. And so overcoming the idea that my horse had to be incredibly athletic, he had to be well educated, and he had to be well trained, and I had to be well educated and well trained in order to make him into a more athletic horse. And we had a phenomenal partnership, and he was the first horse I evented Perlin at age 14, and he was a very, very exceptional teacher in terms of me being a thinking rider and that partnership being so strong.
I worked with one horse. His name was Denver, and I started him from the beginning up to the intermediate level, and he was a great horse to learn from, but every single horse you get on teaches you something different, and you just need to learn how to support each horse independently.
I have a current horse right now who has really taught me how to persevere, and he's still doing that 10 years later, 12 years later, and we've experienced so many things together. Sometimes we fail, and sometimes we're great. And when we're great, we're amazing, and when we're not, we're not. But he's taught me to just keep going, keep trying, because no matter what, I'm gonna learn something from it. And that's just really important, because the same thing is gonna happen to a rider. The same thing is gonna happen, you know, to one of my students. And I have to be able to help them and say, you know what, I know how you're feeling. I know how this goes. And you know what, you can do it. No matter what, you gotta keep trying, and you gotta make it happen and keep working at it. And even if it's not with me, it can be with another certified coach, but that there is a way to get there. And they should not give up and keep going for their goals, because they can do it.